So, for Good Kids, I think the most memorable part of the play was just the storyline and how they depicted, like, how serious the topic is and how everyone has these false ideas about what rape is. Like, oh, that's not it because of this, or that my kid wouldn't do this. I think it was really interesting because everyone knows that people think that way about rape, but nobody actually, like, can read it out in the storyline and see both sides of the story. So I think that was really neat to see, like, how hurt she was by it and how hurt the guy who did it was, and how everyone else's opinions kind of affected what happened. Three prominent themes. Obviously, there's rape. That's the big one, the whole plot line, basically. Um, I think that it's expressed really well through the conversation, and they don't necessarily flat out say this is exactly what happened, but they refer to it, and it makes it kind of hard to read. Um, Another theme would be the social media and how it's used way too much. And another theme would be how parents have this idealistic view of their kids that they're just good. And sometimes you gotta realize that your kid might not be good in this situation. They may have done something wrong. Um, I think it was different than reading Intimate Apparel because it was a lot quicker. With the conversation going back and forth, it's way easier to read because you're like drawn into the story more than having a narrator. I like the episodic view better because you kind of can follow the storyline like as if it was a movie in your head, and you can like see them in the car and then moving to like the 7-Eleven and then here and then there. When in Intimate Apparel, you're just kind of sitting there and they're narrating, so like you're trying to like picture what's going on, but it's not as quick moving. Three examples in Good Kids and how it set it apart. Well, obviously, like I said, it switches scenes a lot. It's constant conversation, no really narrating, and it doesn't really give you like a scene. Like they're all the same people playing the different characters, which is different because it says like this person's mocking this one. It's almost as if these kids are trying to teach all of these adults something that we don't know. And that's really interesting. It's not just like these adults talking to us, it's these kids talking to us from their perspective. The three R's, I think that she was trying to reinvent the idea of rape and show that it's not the girl's fault. It doesn't matter what she was doing. It doesn't make it okay. It doesn't make it okay that everyone had been drinking. It doesn't make it okay if she was dressed inappropriately. It definitely doesn't make it okay because the guys have future careers and that it should just be dropped because it could affect them. It's based on her and what was wrong with her, and it could have ended way worse than just ending.